2.
Beware of compromises. They are often weapons of attack, then tools of peace. S. Martuik, Strategy Concepts. The Road to Dune. Welcome back to Dune Saga, everyone. This is Season 5 of our Dune campaign here on the Stolen Fires channel. I'm Eric, the GM for this multi-arc adventure series, which continues tonight with our final storyline to our saga, Eye of the Storm. A warm welcome and salutation to new and old viewers alike here to the Stolen Fires channel on Twitch, where there's always an awesome TTRPG live play to look forward to. Just as a content warning, this program features adult situations and language and may not be suitable for all ages. Viewer discretion is advised. And I don't have to remind you that we all live in hell, but nevertheless, it's important to highlight that the people in Gaza and the West Bank are still subject to terrible violence, despite the so-called ceasefire. So when you can, head over to uscpr.org and pcrf.net and donate what you can to a network of activists and organizations who are committed to freedom, justice, and equality for the Palestinian people and who work to end U.S. complicity in their oppression. Again, that's uscpr.org for the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights and pcr.f.net for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund.
Links in chat.
Yes, thank you. Music attributions go out to Pixabay, Scott Buckley, Darren Curtis Music, White Bat Audio, Coag Music, Tabletop Audio, Repulsive Sound, and Bleer Moon. You can find more awesome ambient tunes and sounds over at secretpress.bandcamp.com, scottbuckley.com.au, YouTube Music, and pixabay.com/music. Thank you to our viewers and fans for tuning in. Our house entourage is here and ready to engage in the deadliest of intrigues. Agents of the Imperium, tell our audience who you are and where they can find you online, as well as who you'll be playing this evening. Beginning with Leo.
Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me here playing Dune every week. I'm hoping the new Blade Runner expansion comes out and I can join that game. But yeah, you can find me here, and I'll be playing Archibald.
Khaldun.
Hello, I'm Khaldun Khalil. You can find me on Twitch at Moon RPGs or on the Storyteller's Vault. Lots of books there, like The Black Hand playing Sabat, and on Twitter at K Khalil. I'll be playing Nadim Harkonnen, the very normal Mentat, definitely not a psychopath.
Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron, pronouns she, Faye. You can find me pretty much everywhere except the Hell site as Great Cthulhu, Ktulu. Tonight I will be playing Administrator Eloise, whose pronouns are she, they.
Ever?
Hello, everybody. You can call me Ever or Ambrose, whatever floats your goat, and my pronouns are they or he. Tonight, I will be playing Lysander, whose pronouns are he, him, and hopefully that's all there is. Hopefully there's not any little theys running around in his brain.
Last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello. I am Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. Mostly Blue Sky these days. Also YouTube, where you can find this show and all other shows on Stolen Fires archived on the Stolen Fires YouTube channel. Though very disorganized. I should organize that. And tonight I will be playing Sayadina Daphne Cheshire.
Good. And now for a recap for the previous session, if you would be so kind, Aaron.
Happily, Petra 3, the research facility. Eloise has just ended Navigator Amar's suffering, for which he died grateful. But now the alarms are going off and security is rushing around. Lauren Randall orders her guards to restrain Eloise and her entourage and let no one leave alive. Archibald acts first to distract the security guards, which he then utilizes to sneak behind one of the guards and knock them out. Lysander follows up with an attack of his own, though struggles to land a blow. Daphne and Varys dart for the control center, though Varys takes fires from a bullet that seems to strangely slow down right before it hits the shield. Eloise tells Nadim to capture one of the guards alive. Nadim executes a move, though chooses to kill his target rather than capture it, and snark a little bit at Lysander. Eloise follows up with an attack of her own. The Varangian guard returned fire, which Lysander uses as a cover to move towards Eloise. He manages to deflect a guard, conveniently bringing him closer to Nadim. Meanwhile, Eloise tries to disengage the lock, sealing the control room closed. But the lock is too well made and she can't get through. Lights around the door start activating, and before Eloise can move, the shield activates. It's a Prudence door, and she can't get through without the right token. Peering through a small viewport, she sees Lady Randall in the room, frantically issuing commands. Daphne tries to get through the panel, but also can't get through. Nadim tries to pull his same move again, but it doesn't work. The guard is too good and captures Roy. Varys moves boldly and launches himself back into battle over Daphne's objections. Eloise activates her emergency transmitter, while Lysander holds his own against the guards. The Varangian guards similarly continue the fight, while Eloise threatens Lady Randall with what will happen when the guild shows up. She paints a lurid picture of what will happen when the Hayliner arrives, possibly crashing into the planet itself and ruining Randall's legacy. Daphne whispers a threat about Randall's legacy being something about killing the Kwisatz Haderach. The two of them manage to get through to her and manage to throw Lady Randall off enough to convince her to pull back. The Prudence door is unlocked, though the security guards keep up the pressure. Lysander parries an attack while Nadim tries to get his dog back and fails. Lady Daphne ransacks her memories, understanding that Lady Randall has been using forbidden techniques to delay aging. That's enough leverage to convince her to order her guards to lower their weapons, at least temporarily. There's a moment to talk. Eloise continues her bluff, and Lady Randall invites her to use the communication center, openly. Eloise is ready to talk terms, as is Lady Randall. Eloise challenges Lady Randall to summon her memory of Kaitane. She declines, for now, and it becomes apparent that Daphne doesn't know what the Bene Gesserit are up to. Meanwhile, Anessa and Archibald continue their face-off. Archibald calms down the Varangian guard from harming Anessa. He explains he's unwell, infected by Allfather. They agree to protect him and decide to leave the ship. But as they walk past the Sardaukar, the ship powers on and Archibald hears the docking clamps beginning to disengage. Archibald darts back into the control room as the doors shut. He hears, "That was a really brave thing you did, General. Though I was hoping you'd go back to Ix and speak for me." As for Petra 3, there's something blocking the voice in Archibald's head from seeing the future. Buckle up, Archibald. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But Archibald is a fighter. As the Hayliner arrives at Petra 3, Archibald attempts to assert control over the ship barreling towards the planet. The voice in his head taunts him. Archibald fights for control. As he struggles, video from inside the Hayliner begins broadcasting on the Panopticon. Lady Randall gets angry and orders the ship be destroyed. Eloise tries to argue that this isn't her, it's Allfather. Lady Randall doesn't care. The ship is on a collision course with the planet. As the Prudence door recloses, Lysander dashes back into the room just in time. Eloise runs to the console, trying to re-engage the memory apparatus, but Lady Randall blocks her. Daphne argues that anything that can be destroyed by the truth deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Let Eloise use the Ixian probe to show the memory. Eloise shows the memory of the Emperor's infection on Kaitane. This seems to finally get through to her. Lady Randall mutters something about "it's happening again," but the ship is still careening towards us. Administrator Eloise does her best to raise Archibald on the comms and asks for a sign it's actually Archibald in there. He blinks in order for her to be quiet. Archibald speaks with Allfather's voice as Eloise and Allfather confront each other and exchange threats. The ship veers off course. Eloise says they need to talk. Allfather and Archibald speak. Archibald threatens to kill himself to get away from Allfather. He goes so far as to play Russian roulette with himself and notices that Allfather doesn't panic. At all. Fortunately, the barrel only clicks and does not fire. There must be some way to undermine Allfather within his own mind, if only he could figure it out. Back on the ground, Lady Randall swears she had no knowledge of the involvement of thinking machines. Eloise berates her a little bit for her short-sightedness. Lady Randall offers for Eloise to take everything she has in exchange for not informing the Bene Gesserit or Landsrad, but Eloise is still upset over her torture. Daphne promises to keep Lady Randall's secret. In the list of sins she has to deal with, delayed aging is pretty low on her priority list. Eloise demands to know what memories Lady Randall took from her. Randall insists they were only trivial, which Daphne understands are memories of love. There are a few avenues of revenge open for a pacifist. Daphne takes this one and assures Eloise the memories weren't important. It's time for cleanup. The entourage makes it back to the Ark. I can see you out of the corner of my eye, Rachel. Very rude. It's time for cleanup. The entourage makes it back to the Ark. Daphne wonders out loud what secrets was Randall trying to protect. She was already working with an Ixian probe and captured navigator. Why was the revelation about Allfather so impactful for her? Eloise makes the connection, understanding that there might be some more blackmail being held over Earl Bronso Vernius. Eloise tries reaching out to Earl Vernius on her personal communicator, but she doesn't get a response. They seem to be waiting for an in-person visit. Time for a house meeting. Eloise leads it. Mission accomplished, sort of? But she turns her sharp gaze to Archibald and demands an explanation. Archibald tries to reveal what he knows. The bad news is, he's a clone. Daphne wants to know how he's a clone, but has all of Archibald's memories. Beatrice is her own person, after all. As she questions, Archibald understands that the Ixian probe is the key. That comes from House Vernius. The memories could be downloaded and uploaded. Daphne asks if memories could be edited. Well, how would he know? Archibald says there are more clones of him, and he thinks he's as close to the original Archibald as possible. The discussion gets very philosophical. Archibald says he doesn't want to be like his old self. He was too cutthroat. He was too close to an alliance with the Harkonnens. Daphne offers him a place on Arrakis with the Fremen, but he'd rather build his future on Two-Pile with Nova Gaia and Anessa. She accepts that, but things are moving quite rapidly now. Violent solutions are off the table, but what about the leverage over the Earl? At least we have the Earl's cousin aboard the ship right now, and Eloise can remove Archibald from prescience. He can feel something in his mind when she does that. This prompts him to ask Daphne to teach him Prana Bindu. She refuses, but suggests that Mentat training might be more than what he needs. Nadim agrees. The meeting adjourns and his course is set back for Ix and House Vernius. Eloise swings by where the Vernius cousin is in medbay. She offers to make him the head of House Vernius. He seems confused, but Eloise makes it clear. He owes her. She's angry enough that Dr. Yue intervenes, but makes herself clear. As Eloise makes her way back to her chambers, looking forward to taking some melange, she's knocked over. Someone is holding a knife to her throat, saying something about blood oaths. Eloise says to get it over with. She doesn't recognize Amira. Amira believes she's dealing with a clone for a moment. Eloise knows memories were taken from her. Of this woman?
Thank you for reading the recap, Aaron, and thank you as always to Rachel for taking excellent notes. And now we can continue with our story. And I suppose we can continue where we left off, right at the last scene from the last session where Amira shattered the mirror that she stared into, screaming, realizing that everything that she's worked towards, everything that she has sacrificed has perhaps been for nothing, as her love has literally forgotten her. Did we lose it, Aaron?
I'm here. My video program crashed. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
You were frozen during the whole recap. I'm fixing
it. I noticed when I will be back in just... Hold on.
No worries.
Let me kill that. And... Yay! I fixed it.
Hey, welcome back.
Okay.
She's completely decimated by this revelation. She doesn't know how to feel about it. She's just like she's just gutted. She's completely speechless. You realize she's got blood on her hands, but then again, so do you. Oh, you're bleeding as well. It must have been the fall when you crashed that table after she pushed you. She starts to turn away, realizing that there's nothing else to be gained here, nothing else to pursue. You realize as she pulls back the veil to say goodbye, that she is the same woman that you've seen in your visions dozens of times. Always by herself, never with you, although she seems to have some kind of connection to you. What do you do?
So I established when I was hiring Nadim as my advisor that Eloise has the Charlie Pepe Silvio board on a version of it on her datapad of all of her visions. So Eloise is gonna like bloody hand and all grab her datapads and I'd be like, please wait. And she's going to like pull up the memories and like scroll through them and point and be like, this is you, isn't it?
And she looks at this scrambled, staticky vision, just like the all of them are, of her. It's like a wavy TV reception, like where you have to like adjust the antennas. It's kind of like that, but yeah, she could make out her visage and the loss in the static, with the color and the background, the landscape coming in and out of focus constantly. But she does see herself there. She doesn't. It doesn't look like a memory. It looks like something that hasn't yet been fulfilled. And she's
Eloise
like, "You
will.
told me
Eloise,
about this."
I haven't told you about. Well, I assume I haven't. She kind of like tilts her head, and she's gonna scroll to the one where it's Amira alone being tried by the Emperor.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the Emperor. It's somebody else that's sitting on the throne besides
Well,
Shinao.
yeah, whoever is in charge, basically,
Yeah.
yes.
It's all very wibbly wobbly when you view it and you play it back for her, but she's like she doesn't seem interested in this mysticism anymore. Like perhaps once upon a time she was, but she kind of like pushes it away, and she's like, "No, it's over," she says. "But there's still one last thing I need to do." She starts walking away. Well, she kisses you first. If you, if unless you pull back away from her.
No, I don't think Eloise is still in shock of realizing who's been ripped from her memories.
Mhm.
Um, she'll say, "Wait again. If I can't change your mind, then Eloise is gonna like pull up, like, because she's the administrator. I assume Amira is on the payroll. She's going to pull up a termination of contract and leave the number for the severance package blank and be like, here, if you're leaving."
Like take as much money as you need. She's like, don't. She's like, don't worry, I got what I needed on Arrakis. She says, I don't need your money.
If you end up on Kaitane, you're going to be alone. You know that, right?
When aren't I? I have one last question for you before I leave. Who did this to you? I want a name.
Eloise will pull up Lady Randall's file and be like, there, she did it.
That's all I need to know, she says. And with that, she is gone. How does Eloise react to all of this?
I think she sits quietly for a moment, kind of like piecing bits together of what something trivial means to the Bene Gesserit. And she's gonna go visit her niece, I think.
Okay. You can have that scene now if you wish. What is Daphne doing after the harrowing rescue that took place on Petra 3 on returning to the Ark?
Oh, well, Daphne also needs her own regular doses of melange.
True.
So she's probably with Varys and maybe Mossum,
Sure.
sharing some spiced coffee. And like the spiced coffee is like kind of a cover where there's like this, little snuff box off to the side where
Sure.
sprinkle a little extra in.
Yeah.
Rub it on your gums. Sorry.
You're there enjoying some spiced coffee with one another, kind of decompressing after the whole event when the door chimes and walks Eloise.
She has not bothered to clean up, so she has an obvious wound across her neck where Amir cut her, and then
Varys stands up and
also bloody hands. She's gonna toss a data pad, also covered in her blood, towards Daphne, which has Amira's file on it, open, and being like, "Is this something trivial?"
Well, I don't know. Let me check.
He goes to the door and like activates his shield. Like, are we under attack? What's going on?
So, Daphne will go through the memories until Eloise stops her. So, I think she finds the one of Amira alone and on trial on the Imperial throne? And that one intrigues her?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Doesn't look like a man's on that throne.
Yeah, she just ponders a lot, thinks
Yeah.
about choices and ambitions.
Masum, by contrast, is not interested at all in those things. Instead, he just seems to be kind of like scrutinizing Eloise for a moment and says, "I hear her leaving."
She's going to kill Lady Randall.
She's killed a lot of people.
In your name? Varys asks.
Not in my name. I would pull her back if I could, but I don't think I have that influence over her.
Oh, I know, not you, her. Points to Eloise.
I was dealing with the revelations of what got ripped from my brain. I haven't had a chance to look through every mission that I presumably sent her on, or she was with me on. But knowing what I know about myself, the answer is probably yes in my name. Or to protect me.
The mission that matters the most to me was not sent by you. Otherwise, we would have a much bigger problem than we currently do. You should talk to Edric.
Masum kind of gestures to Varys like, it's okay, danger, whatever danger was present, I think, has passed. He shuts down his shield. Speaking of Edric, Nadim, you've arrived back from Petra 3 yourself, and you have taken some time to dress your wounds and tend to Roy. When you get summoned by the other person who bears the same job description as you currently do, Edric, the Spacing Guild navigator, the one who brought all of you here to the Ark. Do you take the summons or do you ignore it?
But is he asking me to meet him someplace?
He is. He wants to meet with you in just outside of his quarters, in a secure chamber.
Have I met him before? Is he like a big gross fish tank guy?
He is in every way.
All right, beautiful. So yeah, I'll go meet him.
Okay. Do you bring the dog or do you leave him to his own devices for a time?
No, yeah, I'll bring Roy with me. Yeah.
Okay. Doors open up. Security's ever present. A lot of the guild personnel are largely not seen or heard, but rather felt throughout their presence throughout the enormous hayliner that you're aboard. When you walk in, they're clearly visible, and he's there in all his, mutated glory. The doors close behind you, and he activates a privacy field, for the purposes of not having the sound escape to any ears that were not supposed to be privy to this conversation. First, he congratulates you on your recent promotion and welcomes you to the guild. Then he seems a little bit perplexed. He's like, I'm not sure whether to regard you as a contemporary or a successor. How did our administrator describe your new position within the guild?
Well, I can't see the future, so I don't know if I'm a successor. Perhaps you could tell me.
That's what I was wondering myself, since we both bear the same credentials within the organization.
Well, hopefully people will be able to tell us apart.
That's amusing, he says. He's like, how would you describe your new position?
I guess I'm just someone who finds trouble and takes care of it. I'm not quite sure what to say.
A troubleshooter?
Sure. I think that since it's the same position you hold, you'd be well acquainted with the details.
Well, that's why I was wondering if there were any differences in what she told you, or perhaps your understanding of this role. Why do you think that she deigned to name you as her advisor, having no previous experience in working within our organization?
I assume that's why, yes?
Because you have no experience. I see.
Well, and I'm not co-opted by whatever factions must obviously exist within the guild. Seeing how you operate, I assume there are at least 2 to 3 different factions that hold sway. I haven't identified the power centers, but I don't belong to any of them, of course. Your ultimate goals of these factions, who can say? I mean, I can only assume that they all wish to dominate, control, rule the universe. For whatever goals, that's not really my business. But neither of those factions own or control me, so I'm sure that's of use to the, you know, new master of the guild.
Well said. In the future,
Fair
how
enough.
may we support one another as the guild enters this new, tumultuous, and transformational period within our Imperium's history?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's a good question.
It's like, are you familiar at all with the administrator's personal envoy, Amira?
Yes, we've met a few times.
At the end of a blade, no doubt.
I don't believe so.
She may become a danger.
She's still alive, as am
She
I.
is,
So
yes. And she may become a danger to her beloved and by extension to the rest of the guild. If something were to happen to Administrator Eloise, that could threaten your current standing and relative safety here. I don't know if you knew that.
who's beloved?
Oh, Administrator Eloise, you were not informed of this?
Well, I know they're related.
Ah, well, there. Amira is Administrator Eloise's consort, so to speak.
Hmm.
A deadly assassin utilized by our organization. With a sordid history with the House of Cheshire. You realize that the Adric is feeding you a lot of details that you didn't really ask for.
Well, I tend to land on my feet.
You certainly do. You survived House Harkonnen. Now we're all
Yes.
trying to survive House Corino.
Well, perhaps my confidence is a bit higher than it should be. But if I can survive being thrown out of an ornithopter, I suspect I can survive whatever is going to happen here.
Confidence is an asset within this organization, certainly. I will be reaching out to you once more to meet with the administrator for a little bit more of a formal meeting between the three of us. Be sure to attend, as there are matters that may need your attention. Unless there's anything else, you're free to leave whenever you wish. Welcome to the guild.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the formal introduction on some level. All the best to you.
He just kind of nods and swims away. His vast tank disappears behind a cloud of orange spice gas. They let you out. Lady Eloise, once this meeting is over, or once you've conveyed what happened with you between yourself and Amira, something pops up on your tablet. As far as like schedules are concerned, and there's a new scheduled meeting that Edric has booked for yourself, Nadim, and him for a guild only audience. You can attend. You have some time on your hands to do what you wish until that time.
Yeah, I think Eloise is going to be spending her time poring over her own personal records, like
Sure.
trying to scrap what's the word I want? Jury rig her memories back together.
Yeah. Difficult. Very, very difficult. You get fragments at best, and there's not a whole lot that you can wrangle out of yourself. But there's something there, but you can't grab it. And as soon as you
I meant through
a hold of it,
like guild records. She's going
Oh.
through guild records, like to try to piece it together that way. Like, how long was, when did she like first start working with Amir, and then what missions did they go on? Like, just trying to get anything she can like shove back in the holes in her brain.
You remember those missions, but like any memory of her is blurred and almost gone. Like she's like a faceless gray figure that is outside of or just on the edge of your perceptions every time you try to recall those times. And what's worse is that you can't recall the feelings that you felt for her, evidently. This is the part that kind of disturbs you on a very personal level when you try to grasp onto something and it just like sand, it slips through your fingers. Varys is just like, he asks us if you're okay at some point, even if you're like knee deep in the archives or something like that. He goes to see if you're okay because you seemed like distraught or confused, and he was obviously concerned.
When he asked that, I don't think Eloise even turns to regard him, like is still just in it, but does reply, and she's just like, I'm trying to grieve someone and I can't even grab hold of the grief.
We still have the device,
What good's that going to do?
Well, from what this is all theoretical, right? But as I understand it, Archibald's memories were ripped out of his head as well and placed into another body. Those are his words. If that's possible, then reverse engineering the Ixion probe could be possible. But I don't think anybody here is qualified to do something like that. But maybe the Ixions can.
No, sweetheart, don't do a heresy.
Don't do a heresy with this group? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm
done
the
as
one
heresy.
saying don't do it.
Y'all are fucking knee deep in this shit weekly.
I mean, he's got agency. He's got agency. I'm just in the
I know, and
peanut
he's
gallery.
using it to try to help his family,
I don't. Eloise looks like. I'm not sure that. She's gone now already, so. Is it better to just leave these memories gone?
That's a decision you're gonna have to make.
I was asking an opinion, and
If it were me, of course
Yes.
I wouldn't want to forget Daphne. I mean, I'd rather die, I think. She changed my life. And I have no doubt that Amira changed yours.
Fine. And we need to go to Ix anyway. I have to meet with the Earl.
Are we taking his cousin along with us for this?
Yes,
All right.
I'm sure he's going to want proof of life, considering his cousin's
holding
been
him for
missing
ransom?
Yes.
I'll try to behave myself, I promise. All right. So seeing that you're relatively okay and everything, he leaves you be. You can be in Ix anytime. You're within the same system already, so you can get there as you wish. Or if you want to hold a meeting prior to going down there, you certainly can.
I mean, a meeting might be good to get aligned.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the family meeting we had was before Eloise went and leveraged
Yeah.
the fuck out of the cousin, so
Fair enough.
it might be good to get everyone on the same page there.
Situations have changed, yeah. As you're all filing, you all get summoned, I imagine, before you head down there to like a central meeting room that's soundproof and everything. As you're all making your way down there, should you choose to, Yue stops you, Daphne, and says, "We need to speak, perhaps after the meeting, without the Harkonnen present." You're muted.
Ah, thought I hit the button. Of course, I'll find you directly.
And he goes, assuming he was invited as well, he files in with Beatrice behind him. All right. Everybody assembles at some point. You can address them how you wish. Lay out your agenda.
All right. It's been a lot, so I'll just be direct and quick. We're returning to Ix. I'm going to ask the Earl to step down and have his cousin step up.
We're going to need bigger leverage than whatever the Emperor or the Technocratic Council, whoever's wielding blackmail against him, we need better counter blackmail than that.
I imagine he'd be willing to step down knowing his family's still going to have power and the blackmail will be pointless at that moment. It's blackmail only works if you have power, and if he has no power.
That depends on how vindictive the blackmailer is.
Well, if it's Lady Randall, she's not long for this world.
Archibald, you're running late to the meeting, and Inessa stops you in the middle of the hallway. It's like, I'm not going to be able to make this meeting of theirs. You'll have to excuse me. I'm working with the crew of the Ark. We're going to try to go over contingencies and how to identify thinking machine surveillance and such. Please do put in a good word for me at the meeting and see that we get all the necessary equipment that we need to be able to accomplish our mission here.
Yeah, no problem.
Your head's still ringing from everything that's been going on. You're still kind of like wrestling with yourself and trying to figure yourself out when you walk in late through the door.
So I
Take a
actually
seat.
go on.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, you go. I was just thinking out loud.
So yeah, Archibald just kind of stumbles in. He seems to be kind of lost in his own head, which is not normal for him. But proceed.
Uncle, are you okay to make a trip to Ix, or should you stay here?
No, I'm fine. I'm just.
You look it. Eloise cracks like half a smile, but that's like it.
I'm just debating on some things.
I know the feeling.
We're talking about leverage, Archibald. You see, Varys says, kind of like playing with his knife. Know anything we could use for leverage against the House of Vernius?
Well,
Anything at all?
Well, considering the fact that all this heresy is happening under his watch right now with these other connected houses, he's supposed to be the head of this. So just the fact that heresy is here is enough for expulsion in my book.
We'll have to accumulate solid, incontrovertible evidence of the heresy.
And then I'd point to the giant hayliner that I brought back.
I mean, that they were chartered to do that by the Emperor, so any charges of heresy for that is going to be difficult to prove, unless you have the ability to move things with your mind and don't mind the Landsrat declaring you a living heretical thinking machine mystic of some kind and putting you to the sword.
That does pose an idea for me. What if we trick them?
Trick who and how?
Well, we blackmail them, and I can control these things to a certain extent.
Varys holds up his finger. Well, the Earl is currently being blackmailed, as I understand it, by House Randall. They have ties to the Technocratic Council on Ix.
Here's a thought. How about we let Randall have it? House Randall.
Oh, Eloise's pet sociopath is going after Lady Randall.
Okay, better yet. Dead, and we can put anybody we want up there.
I already have a candidate.
That's what I think. I think
I'm
we should
interested to know who.
The cousin, as I said.
If you have any designs on Lady Randall's replacement.
Oh, I don't care if that house lives or dies. If it were up to me, I'd turn it to glass with nuclear fire.
I'd prefer you didn't.
I'm just saying.
I haven't.
I appreciate that.
I think the better play would be to let House Randall blackmail the guy. Can't remember his name. Play person.
Bronze Avernius, the
Yeah.
Earl of House Avernius.
Let Randall blackmail the guy. Push Randall more to actually act on getting the head
No.
honcho position.
Uncle. Lady Eloise's pet sociopath is going after Lady Randall right now. She won't be alive for much longer.
Yes,
Oh.
she it takes I think it takes Eloise for a second to like bring the name up, and then she's like, Amira asked who did what Lady Randall did to me, and I was happy to tell her.
And then I'm gonna say, did you guys break up or something?
She was ripped from my memories, Uncle. Is that a breakup?
Nope. Forcibly breaking up. Kind of sucks, doesn't it?
You'll have to excuse me, Uncle. I got lost picturing you getting thrown out of an airlock.
I smile.
Varys looks over to you, Archibald, and it's like he kind of chides you, and it's like, have you already forgotten what you experienced in the garden?
No, not at all.
Well, that's what she went through, except potentially worse.
I know.
It's like, well, if we're gonna move on Vernius and force him to allow his cousin to take control of the house finances and whatnot, then now is the time. But what would be the point of doing that exactly? Just so we have somebody in our hands to operate the house?
Yes, because we have so much blackmail on the cousin. He was the one who was bringing all of that lovely heretical tech that Lady Randall used on me, and that's probably integrated in those hayliners as well. I'm assuming even under Yes. I'm assuming even though he was under Allfather's control at some level, he probably has records, and we'll get those. So we'll have a nice little pawn in House Vernius, which brings us one step closer to overthrowing the Emperor.
Well, I have a question for you. Not to bring this up again, but is there any way you can recall Amira to not kill House Randall?
No.
Oh, she's that far deep. Okay.
She would probably do it if you asked.
No, she's...
Because in my opinion, this is the easiest way for us to do this.
She has left the guild and left my employ, and that's that. I have no sway anymore.
All right, you're the boss.
She's going to get her revenge, and then she's going to disappear, I imagine.
I think you have more sway over her than you think.
You weren't there. Eloise motions to the still healing cut across her throat. I apparently sent her to her death, so she was quite livid with me, and then that on top of her no longer existing to me, I assume, is probably the end of things.
Why would you send her? I'm sorry, you don't remember.
I have the records of my, sending someone with Zoshir. So I don't have, the memory of doing that is there, but the person is, well, it's like trying to grasp melange in the air.
You sent her to the Fremen and she came back alive?
I don't have the details. That would be from her.
Well, I'll have to get back to Arrakis as soon as we're done here.
And I can't... Eloise will say this. I can't see I assume I did to her what I did to our uncle. The visions I have of her are all old visions. I don't... I can't see her anymore. I don't mean that in a dramatic breakup way. I mean I can't like she like motions like off in the distance. I can't see her anymore.
Yeah. Invisible to your eye.
What about the other house? Do they have this black?
Barris is like, which one? There's like half a dozen on
The
X.
one, the one that was making all the ships.
I believe that was House of Avar, but let me just
Yeah,
double check
Vavar.
that because there's a lot of
Do they have the black man?
Yep. No, you've met with
Yeah, I did.
Amber Vivar, who's the old crone matron of the house, with her two sons that she doesn't want to share power with. She famously told you that they do not get involved in Ixian politics or imperial politics of any kind. House Vernius is the top dog. They serve House Vernius, and they received a decree by the Emperor to create these Hayliners, and they proceeded with that contract. And they stay out of it. But they know that House Randall and the others are kind of like conspiring and working around House Vernius and essentially undermining them in terms of power.
Wait,
okay. This might be the older lady. What's her name again?
Amber Vivar?
Amber.
That might be how we get Vivar on our side, but Lady Randall has to survive. Because Lady Vivar does not want to give up power. If she's a lady, she has Bene Gesserit training, so we get Lady Randall to teach her the age-defying forbidden techniques. But that means Amira can't kill Lady Randall.
She's already gone.
You have a way to contact her, I assume.
No.
Or to warn Lady Randall.
You really want to warn Lady Randall that an assassin is coming for her and that you can't control her?
I'd rather send myself into exile than do that.
It was
I feel
just
like
a
that's personal
suggestion.
feelings.
I hope her death is slow and painful.
Varys just kind of leans back in his chair a little bit, looks over to you, Daphne, and just gently puts his hand on your knee, like, please, my love, be gentle.
It was an idea.
He's like, he makes eye contact with you. He's like, I know what you're doing. Don't.
So,
Well, I got shut down, so I'm not doing it anymore.
what about these other houses? There's obviously more one that are conspiring against them. Against.
Yeah, there's House Randall, which you're already somewhat acquainted with. House of Var is building the ships on the shipyards, and then there's House Aldrich. I'll put the name in the Discord for refresher purposes. These guys specialize in surveillance and espionage, much like they are the House Cheshire of Ix, as it were.
They know the secrets.
When you were in your prime. Except instead of ornithopters, they developed espionage and counter-espionage equipment like comm eyes and listening devices and things like that.
Okay. This other house, I believe they'll know something, considering their whole thing is espionage. I'm sure they know the secret. They just haven't told anybody.
Well, can we pay
Behind their back,
whatever?
just in case.
Can we pay whatever they'd want?
Well, we have to ask first.
All right. Well,
We also have a shit ton of spice too.
if we're not going the Lady of Avar route, then what we could do is arrive at House Vernius, have another audience with the Earl, try and figure out what it is that Lady Randall has on him. Maybe wait a little bit to tell him that she's dying?
Fine.
Go from there.
Okay.
Okay, meet with him, warn him that something's about to befall House Randall, and then try to convince him to readopt his cousin and put him into the role. What if he refuses?
That's the difficult part.
Mm.
Because
Varys is concerned.
that is what we would need the counter leverage for.
That's why.
Are not the major houses responsible for their minor houses? So if a minor house commits heresy, does not the major house bear the burden as well?
You'd think.
Not unless unless the major house, in the case of House Vernius, can prove that they had no knowledge of said heresy.
I think the fact that the Earl pointed us towards Randall in the first place means that he indeed does have knowledge of what was going on there at some level.
Perhaps.
Perhaps he is even subjected to what I and the other navigator were. No better blackmail than raking someone's entire memories.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing about that. That's not evidence. You're going to have a stronger claim if we have physical evidence. And that poses an idea. Why don't we plant some?
We don't need to plant some. You hear Varys said, we acquired them at Petra 3. Lady Randall gave us the equipment that we asked for. We have everything that we need. The question is, are we going to go through with it? Because if we actually propose to use that as leverage, and he calls our bluff, that's gonna bring in the Lands Red. That's gonna bring in investigations.
And
is that something we want to risk at this point?
I have to abstain from voting on this. It's my blackmail that would be brought to the forefront in a Landsrad investigation.
Well,
and it's better if you all have plausible deniability.
Yes, but it's also better too that you keep the power, the position that you have. Right now we have a little bit of unlimited power.
If Lady Randall turns over what she got from me, I will be executed. I guarantee it.
Okay.
So will she, granted, but that's already, I guess that's a foregone ending anyways at this moment.
I don't think it is. I think this is more of a personal and you just don't want to do it. I think you could do it. It'd be hard, yes, but you could.
I won't let her get away with what she did to me. I don't care what it costs.
Even if it costs everything?
Yes.
Varys kind of shakes his head. Vengeance never ends.
Exactly.
Eloise looks at Varys dead in the eyes, like, I guess I take after our mother more than my father.
I mean, so did I for a time.
I
learned, though.
All these plans point to one person.
Ah, yes, the power of love. How sweet. If only
Yes.
I had that still lurking around in my brain somewhere.
Here's the thing. I think, even if I have thought about something, how about we replace Randall first? Obviously, she's basically dead to rights right now. We find somebody to replace her.
Like a face dancer? You see, Varys turns and looks at you.
I hope just the next in line.
Exactly. And then we help whoever's next in line, and pray that they know the blackmail, that this just wasn't a secret close to Lady Randall's heart.
Does Eloise, I'm assuming she cannot get access to intel. Does Lady Randall even have an heir?
No.
Okay.
Well, there goes that plan. Eloise will turn and look at Daphne. It's like, you have some sway with some face dancers we can trust, do you not?
I absolutely do not.
Clonage?
That takes too much time, Varys says, shaking his head.
And that's also something that's more your bailiwick than mine, General.
You know that as yeah, you remember that much.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You see, Varys is like, well, ultimately, it's you make the call, but all I'll say, offer my opinion is that it's never too late. He says. He looks pointedly at Elois when he says that.
Unless we want to go with the House Aldrich. They
House
got to
Aldrich.
know something. They probably will know because, like I said, it's their thing.
I mean, if you're willing to bet the farm on it, then we can visit them as well, one problem at a time. Anybody else have anything else to add?
So what's the plan? Go to Bronzo and see what we can do from there?
hopefully he'll step down quietly and amicably, but if we need to leverage, we will. That's the plan. I don't care what happens to House Randall. Eloise stands up after that and is just ready, like, leaves.
Leaves. Yeah,
Us.
that's fine. Everybody
Lysander will
sits
kind
to
of.
get up. Oh, good.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Lysander kind of pipes up from the corner. I don't have anything political to add, but whatever we do, you have my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And appreciated.
Unless anybody else has anything else to add, everybody kind of staggers out of the meeting, and Yue and Beatrice approach you, Daphne.
Yeah.
So basically, just out of character, plan 1 is to try to blackmail him ourselves. Plan 2
Try to
is
convince him to let his cousin Vorgo-san, I'll put his name in the thing here.
Plan
Caleb.
B is House Aldrich. Correct? Am I not wrong on that?
This guy right here, Caleb Vorgo-san, that is the cousin to Earl Bronzo Vernius.
Yeah, that's the guy that Eloise wants to make head of house.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get that. Is that in Discord?
You want to see what he looks like? Is that what you don't remember? Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Call him, that's the leader of House Aldrich?
No.
Call him
I think you're confusing who these guys are. Hold on. This is Kalen Vorgo-san. He works for House Vernius, and he is the cousin to the Earl. As far as the NPCs related to House Aldrich, let me give you that information. There's a guy named Ramad Aldrich. From what your briefing was on House Aldrich and their whole retinue, he is a handsome, recent inheritor of the house after the death of their patriarch, Lino, Lino. He's seeking. He is actually seeking a political marriage. That much is evident to secure the house's standing within Ixian society.
Okay. So yeah, no, that's going to be kind of Archibald's plan B if this doesn't work out.
Go to House Aldrich. Okay, I mean, that's certainly an idea. Okay, so you kind of staggered out, and Yue comes up and kind of like tries to corner Daphne for like a little private meeting within the confines of the room.
Yeah, I'll leave myself available.
He's like, Beatrice and I believe we can synthesize a cure for those who have been infected with the nanoswarms, but we need more time. And we know that the situation on Kaitane is, well, it's escalating, isn't it? The resolution for the two-pile resolution, the vote for that is supposed to happen soon, as well as the supposed trial for Leto Atreides for his supposed insurrection at the palace. Sorry, at the Landsrat High Council. I know that what remains of House Atreides is seeking to try to elicit his freedom at whatever cost. I don't know much beyond this, however, and I don't know when they're going to act, which means time may be of the essence.
Can we get contact with? I'm sorry, I'm not a part of this conversation.
He specifically wanted to talk to
Yeah, I'm sorry.
to Daphne, but that's
Go
it's
ahead.
like, could you, perhaps I don't know how you may be able to do this, but if you can delay the vote, perhaps, or just any way that you can buy us time to develop a more substantive way of combating this insidious control that this Allfather has over the people who've been affected by it. We may be able to do something after all.
I'll do what I can, but my star is also not really on the rise at the time.
I know, but I also understand that the guild wields significant power, and that it can be it's in constant contact with these other houses, and perhaps they may be able to influence them in some way. Perhaps affect the outcome of the vote, even. If that's even possible. This is not my arena, so I cannot speak to it, but perhaps you and the others can.
There's one thing I could try. I could try reaching out to the Emperor's truthsayer.
No, please don't tell me. Don't tell me what it is that you're planning.
All right, I won't.
Whatever it is that you do, I wish you goodwill and good luck.
If you need any resources, anything that would help you move quicker, let me know.
He just lists a couple things like, we need a bigger operating theater, and we need this kind of machinery and stuff like that. And Beatrice is like, I'm already speaking with some of the guild representatives. They're just waiting for the okay to so that we can acquire this equipment and begin work immediately.
All right, that's good. I will go talk to my aunt.
You're looking to try to see if you can find a way to get in contact with Eloise, but it's time for that meeting with Edric.
So just before that, do I have a way to contact Helen Mohayam?
Yes, because you're both Bene Gesserit and you have means of communicating with one another. Certainly, you can leave like a coded message drop or something like that. But to do so, you'd have to have one of your acolytes, perhaps back on Arrakis, perform the job for you and drop it off at the appropriate place so that when she comes across it, she can get the message and it won't be traced directly back to you. You could do that, but doing so requires having to go back to Arrakis and getting back in that re-enrolled in that mess.
All right. Well, I mean, going back to Arrakis is really high on her priority list, in part because she misses her kids.
Sure, of course.
All right.
Something to think about.
All right. Yeah. So Daphne will like ponder and scheme, and
Very
see
good.
what else she can do while Eloise has her meeting, and then we'll seek out Eloise.
Yeah. So you both bump into each other in the hallway, Nadim and Eloise, on your way back to, and in your case of Nadim, back to meeting with the navigator, the advisor, the supposed advisor to the administrator. You both go inside, and the doors close behind you. He activates the sound field. Administrator, thank you for joining us for this meeting. There's much that needs to be discussed, but of highest importance is the missive that we've received from Kaitane.
Oh, goody.
Yes. Well, it's like the two-pile resolution is gaining steam within the Landsrad, and the Emperor has deigned that the head administrator of the guild meet with him personally to oversee the planning of this resolution ahead of the vote.
What better way to infect me before the vote comes to the Landsrad?
He points out the fact that Shaddam is not aware that you are the head administrator of the guild.
Eloise cackles, just like probably like I just like a long like yeah, just oh, that almost makes me want to meet with him now.
I thought that would bring you some modicum of glee. He's like, in the past, he has met with me, as I was the previously appointed uh, envoy for the guild to the Emperor.
I see.
I brought you here because well, there needs to be some further clarification over our shared positions, he says, and he kind of looks over in Nadim's direction. Like, you have named us both as advisors, and of course, you're free to do as you wish. But under these circumstances, certainly with the Emperor calling, we would like to know if you wanted to meet with the Emperor personally, or if you wanted instead to send one of us in your stead.
Oh no. No, no, no. Nothing would bring me greater pleasure in this sad universe than getting to see the look on his face when I walk in.
I had a suspicion that that would be the case, which is why I wanted to bring it to your attention.
I have a question, Edric. I got a very strange visit.
Hmm.
Eloise pulls out the bloodstained data pad.
Amira.
Yes, indeed. I spoke to my niece about this as well, because she apparently realized what had been ripped out of my brain by Lady Randall with her lovely heretical device.
Hmm.
And she said I should ask you why. What blood is on Amira's hands that is my responsibility. And apparently there's some tie to you involved. Should I guess? Or should you just tell me?
I feel like you're asking a question you already know the answer to.
Maybe I want to hear it from your own mouth.
I do not pretend to not be culpable in the actions that have been taken by the guild while I was one of its chief envoys and in charge of ensuring that the spice still flowed from Arrakis to Kytane and beyond. I took full responsibility for that, and I was castigated by the council at the time. But that time has passed. We are operating in the now and in the potential future that awaits us.
Yes, and now there's a rogue assassin who knows me better than any other person on the planet in the universe.
A rogue assassin who is no longer in our employ. Or am I incorrect?
I don't know you that well.
Not Unity.
No, sorry.
You're fine. She didn't take my offer, she just left. So I suppose, technically, unless we fire her, which I am not going to do, she is acting under guild authority, which I kind of like knowing where she's going.
I think it would be problematic, or at least it would slow our efforts in other areas if we were to retain her as an employee while she carries out such a
Eloise puts like
violent
a absurd number on the severance package and terminates Amira's contract. Done.
no more culpability, it seems. How soon should I prepare your arrangements to Kytane?
We're making a little trip to Ix to speak with the Earl.
Oh, I see.
The more voices we can have in the lands around, the better. So,
A wise choice. Question. For the time when you are away, who should be in charge of the day-to-day operations?
I'll entrust the guild to you, Edric. You've steered it. Even though I won't say well in regards to me and my family, but it seems like you've joined the smart side this time. So, you'll get this one chance to prove my faith. And if not, I will walk into that tank and strangle you myself.
Oh, Jesus.
Open threats aside, I appreciate the confidence. I will not
Good.
let you down, of course.
Nadim will be in charge of my personal entourage, that those who have not sworn themselves to the guild officially. Does that work for you, Nadim?
Certainly. I have no issue with being in charge of Eva.
I've also, if for your information, Edric, I've also tasked Nadim for analyzing the behavior of some of our agents to see who might potentially have been infiltrated by Allfather. I figure our Mentat would be suited to that task.
Should he be provided the correct information? I suspect that the Atreides Sook Doctor is working on such a
Yes.
yes, such an effort. That would be. However, if the Harkonnen Mentat finds it dubious to do business with an Atreides, we can find an intermediary for him. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, is he really an Atreides?
That is not for me to speculate on.
I'm not.
Besides,
speculating.
you would know more than I suspect.
You would be correct.
Very well, unless there's any other business.
As a Harkonnen, I have absolute confidence in Dr. Yui.
Ironic.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's like, oh, very well then. Thank you for your time, for your gracious time with me today. I will move on your agenda immediately, my lady.
Imperial conditioning is not to be taken lightly.
No, not at all.
There is one more thing, Edric, before we depart companies. Keep an eye on my uncle. With
The general,
yes,
is there a security problem?
yes.
I see. I will put the internal security personnel.
No
on
one
a
is.
detail.
No one outside of this room is to know about that.
Understood. I'll put a detail on him immediately.
Thank
Should
you.
I also do the same for his companion, the exile?
No, she can be trusted.
Interesting. Very well then. All right. Very well. And with that, you leave the chamber. Yeah, you ready yourself for this trip to Ix. Who's going and who's not going?
Well, so Daphne wants to have a brief moment with Eloise.
Oh, yes, please, by all means. You catch her coming out of this that part of the Hayliner where Edric resides.
She seems in such
Nadim.
yeah, she is in such a so much better mood than you saw her earlier. She is like, yes, you actually, I bet Daphne probably assumes she's high, high off melange or something right now.
Aunt, it's good to see you in raised spirits.
I just got some wonderful news. That's all.
Daphne assumes Lady Randall's dead and she just found out about it. Well, alright then. Where is Nadim? Because I'm going to pull Eloise away from Nadim for this one.
The Dr. Pepper sip moon right after that was great. Perfect.
What happened to this no secrets thing?
Too funny.
I'm not gonna like eavesdrop or anything. I'll go on my way. I'll take the dog for a walk or whatever. I mean, you know.
There you go. Go on the concourse, walk around.
Yeah, I'm not
If
gonna
you're a
be...
robot pawn, I'm gonna find that out eventually anyway.
I mean, I'm not gonna be rude about it. Just like I need to talk to Eloise and Eloise alone. So I had an update from Dr. Yue.
No?
He thinks he and Beatrice are close to a cure, but they're racing its time. First off, Beatrice has made some requisitions for equipment that would help speed it all up, but there still is the Landsrod vote looming.
Okay. Eloise will pull up while you're talking. She's still listening. Sorry, and she'll expedite the requisition requests that Beatrice sent with her authority.
Well, as soon as we're done on Ix, I'm going to need to go back to Arrakis, to do what I can do there, convince the Sisterhood to throw a few cogs in the bureaucracy, slow it down a bit. If there's anything you can do from a guild perspective that, well, it would certainly extend the life of Duke Leto Atreides.
Eloise has a big smile. Well, I have two things from my lovely meeting with Edric. Edric will be overseeing guild operations after I leave Ix, because the smile only gets bigger. The Emperor wants to meet the new head administrator of the guild, and he doesn't know it's me. So, I will be
Edric
on a little...
knows he's not supposed to kill any more Cheshires, correct?
I told him this is his last chance, or I was going to walk into his tank and strangle him myself. He, without saying so, explained to me the situation, and I'm sorry, not that the order came from me, but I did my research, and I'm sorry for what Amira did to you. Not that it makes much difference, I suppose.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
She's no longer a member of the guild either. I processed her termination moments ago. Not that kind of termination, just job termination.
I appreciate that as well.
Oh, second thing. Nadim is another advisor to me now. He will be working with Dr. Yue to help me. The news about the cure is lovely because I'm working on a way to identify people who are infected before they know they're infected. And I assume our Conan Mentat would work well with Dr. Yue to be able to determine some sort of screening process so we can clean our own ranks of all of those who Allfather has infected.
No aspersions against him personally, but take whatever advice he gives you with a grain of salt. He's still a Harkonnen.
He hates his family as much as I hate Lady Randall.
All right. Still...
After this reconciliation has occurred, what do you? How do you determine who goes to Ix and who stays behind?
So
I'm sorry. Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Once you're done here, I would like to have a word with Daphne as well.
Go for it.
Sure.
Quite popular, aren't you?
I'm imagining that you catch her in her quarters. Like, so you
Yeah.
weren't privy to anything else that was going on. So,
Right.
yeah, you show up and they're having a meal. Mossam and Varys are talking to each other over some food, and they wave you over. Daphne comes out of the refresher, and there you are standing in the foyer of this the house suite. Proceed as you will.
Hello, Daphne. My next plans, I was hoping that you could, if you had any information on someone.
On who?
O'Malice. I want to know if you guys were ever in contact. I plan to go to Jabberwocky after Ix.
What are you trying to accomplish there?
There's only been 2 Mentats that I trust, and unfortunately, one of them is dead. Rip. Pardo. Miss him so much.
I do too.
So, granted, yes, the original Archibald was not too kind to him, and I think I may have to kind of fix that relationship a little bit. Maybe even stabilize the planet to a certain extent, because I'm pretty sure my nasty ass ex-wife is there running things.
Sorry things didn't work out.
well, it was me. It was
No,
Archie.
it was her. I like your new woman much better.
Thank you.
Boy.
As far as Amelis, he has always been loyal to House Cheshire, so whatever you want him to get it to do, whatever you want to get him to do, convince him it's in the best interests of the house.
Well, I was going to try to convince him to come with me. We need a mentat that we can trust currently.
That, from Amelis, will be difficult. He probably will not want to leave Jabberwock unattended.
And who would you suggest that he is attended with?
Well, you will need to choose a steward, someone to oversee the operations of the house and the planet, while everybody else is attending to matters of imperial import. Beatrice would have been a good option if she hadn't pursued a medical route. Amelis will probably know who the best person is on the planet.
Okay.
Whatever he
That's what I was
chooses.
thinking as well, too, to be honest with you. And I was hoping you could also tell me where to start, or if you have any information on this,
Where to start with what?
where to find him on Jabberwock.
I would assume the family compound.
The palace, right?
Yeah, I guess it is plain as day on
Are
that one.
you? Is Archibald planning on going there after Ix, or is he planning on going there instead of going to Ix?
No, he would make sure his duties, because he did. Obviously, Eloise is going to need Archibald there.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be after X, most likely.
Okay. So you're planning your itinerary. Like if everything goes well on Ix, I want to take some time to go to Jabberwock to meet with the House Mentat there and to get some help. Okay.
I have one more question for Daphne.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a lot of potential to stifle some political intrigue on Jabberwock, or even the Landsraad in general, especially with the Harkonnens.
What did you have in mind?
I was thinking about planting something, because I guarantee there's already been an alliance done between my ex-wife and the Harkonnens. I guarantee that we can plant something that would cause distrust between somebody.
What do you have in mind?
God, this is gonna be so bad. I was thinking illegitimate love child.
Wait, Yeva? You planning on blackmailing Yeva?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so are you trying to say that you want to accuse Yeva of being unfaithful and that your child is not actually your child?
It was just a thought, to be honest with you. I didn't really think much into it, but all I know is that there's something that we could probably do there.
This plan would involve abandoning your firstborn.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, that probably isn't a good idea.
And now that your firstborn is front of mind, it's probably a good idea to get the baby away from Yeva before she can influence the child too much.
I was also thinking about that too, and that's another reason why I wanted to go back. So
You're going back to Jabberwock, you hear Mossam say, and he gets up from the table.
Correct. I guess the thing I'm trying to ask is, is there anything you want me to do there?
I want you to make sure that the people are safe and thriving. I want you to make sure that whoever is running the planet is competent and honest. I want you to make sure that Umelis is safe.
Okay. I can do that.
And probably also that your child gets raised by someone not Yeva.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% wholeheartedly agree.
Boy, do I have a scene for you then. Uh,
Oh boy.
Sorry. This Ixian meeting is just, wow, just stalling that shit.
that's probably where we'll stop as you begin to depart the arc towards this inevitable meeting with the Earl Bronsovernius. After you collect his cousin Kalen Vorgosan from the med bay, you're off to the races. We'll be back after 10 minutes after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Oh my god, we're gonna put Mock Turtle back. We're gonna bring her back. Fuck ice.
And we're back. Welcome back. We left off where our entourage was preparing to descend upon the House Vernius compound on Ix in an attempt to try to further force the already compromised Earl Vernius of Ix to give the earldom to his cousin as an effort to try to create an asset for themselves in one of the most powerful planets of the Imperium, and to stop, or at the very least slow down, the Emperor's agenda of creating these new, already compromised Hayliners. So the transport comes down. Which one of you are aboard?
Wait, question. Didn't you say that Archibald and Mossum were going to have a scene?
I did not. No, Massam
Oh.
stood up, interested when you said that that Archibald wanted to go back to Jabberwock after this visitation to Ix. So,
Okay. That's
I
fine.
mean, if you wanted to bring Massam along with you while you're here on Ix, that's completely your purview. If you want to,
Well, it's up to him.
I mean, he's always curious about going to all these different places, but ultimately, you all have the say so. You are his elders, after all.
Eloise
Handle
will
him.
abstain from that vote because technically,
Oh.
she is not related to Massam at all.
We're his elders, which is why he just fucked off that one time. Back to his dad's court.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I mean,
if
he is 16 years old, thereabouts. So-
yeah, if Daphne wants to bring Massam along, Eloise won't object, but I'll leave it up to Daphne.
I will ask Mossum if he wants to come. It might be dangerous. It will be dangerous. It is dangerous. It's going to be very dangerous.
Going to be dangerous.
Barris is noticeably like, I don't think that's a good idea, but if you think if we're gonna bring along Mossum, then he should absolutely have an escort. Ix is not a
Eloise will let
playground.
Lysander be on Massam like
Yeah.
glue then.
I can do
Mossum,
that.
I believe, needs to understand like how this shit works too, even if it is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He
kind
might
of
he might not
coddled.
want the throne, but he will probably have a house of his own one day.
He's gonna have to deal with all this dangerous shit, so
Yes.
Fair enough.
stop protecting him.
Yeah, so Lysander on Mossum, Varys on me.
The Ixian entourage that receives you is kind of surprised to see you back so soon.
Eloise has brought the cousin Callum
Callum.
as well.
And
Yeah.
Daphne's changed veils. She's back to being like, I'm the random Ben H. Essert advisor. Don't ask what my name is. It doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, they're kind of surprised to see you, but once they see Lorgosan is in within your orbit, they're like, "Oh, welcome back. Your cousin was asking about you," and he's like, "Yes, of course. So please show them the way." You can see you're kind of received into like a large foyer, and they have the usual pleasantries brought out to you. Mossum is visibly bored and kind of begins to saunter off and to explore further reaches of the palace and such. Like the audit is still ongoing here, so there's a lot of like people going back and forth, people from Chome and the guild here, like conducting financial audits and stuff like that. And yeah,
I mean, this is the other role for Lysander to have. Like, oh no, my lord, I don't think we should open that door that says authorized access
executive
only.
bodyguard. Yeah.
Yeah, Lysander's gonna be a babysitter with a sword.
Pretty much. Yeah, so you're following him around and making sure he stays clear of any place that is restricted to visitors. The rest of you just are kept there for a very short time because apparently the Earl is in audience with somebody else presently, and he'll receive you as soon as he's ready. And then the doors close. What do you do after that?
Is there a way for me to get eyes on the spaceport?
I mean, yeah, you're in the palace. Palace has windows. You can get to part of the palace wing that faces the immediate the spaceport nearby.
Because as soon as I hear that he's in audience with someone else, I want to know who. And so I'm looking at like the spaceport or like the ornithopter pad for any signs of like heraldry or insignia.
Okay. I mean, well, there's the spaceport, and then there's the personal ornithopter pad for the Earl and House Vernius on their grounds. There are ornithopters already there. Do you want to go to the spaceport, which is a bit ways into the city, or do you want to go the one like in the immediate estate?
Yeah, anyone who is here probably arrived by ornithopters, so, and because Cheshire's made ornithopters, I'm gonna be like, okay. Like, what's the tail
Yeah.
spoiler like? Who made that model?
Oh, we made that. Yeah, we made that a couple years ago. Yeah, you could do that. This sounds like a gathering information kind of endeavor. So, are you going alone to do this, or are you gonna take somebody else with you?
Definitely Varys.
Okay.
Probably also take Archibald because he might also recognize the ornithopters.
Okay, so the three of you go off that way. Mossam and Lysander go that way, which leaves Nadim and the administrator to their in the confines of the foyer. So now that everybody has gotten here, they split off like Blue Angels. What do you do?
Eloise has to wait patiently, sadly, because she's the administrator.
Stay in contact with everybody else, I assume.
Yes. She'll look at Nadim and be like, I leave you to your own investigations and devices, Nadim.
You're just going to let me loose on X?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The only other person here with you is Borgo-san, the cousin to the Earl.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind if Borgasan hears me. I don't care. I give zero shits.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Indulge yourself. Have fun.
All right.
Okay.
For evaluating the ornithopters, house politics or Canley, would either of those apply as focuses?
House politics, yeah. So you can make that understand roll to see if you can develop any, catch any details about who's here. 4. Fuck, all right. You get 2 momentum out of that. House Aldrich is here. And House Randall.
Here's the thing. So I'm going to. Could I use my Imperial politics and kind of put 2 and 2 together? Because there's a reason why they're here together.
Yeah. I won't even make you roll for it. As a matter of fact, if you want, you can spend a momentum point if you want to ask a specific question that I have to answer truthfully.
Correct. Yes. I will do that.
All right. So you have 1 momentum. What's your question?
My question is, why are they here together?
Coming on the heels of everything that just happened on the Hayliner, it's very likely that they're responding or they're coming to the Earl after something has happened to Lady Randall. But this is, given how long an assassination of that level would take, even for somebody of Amira's kind of tier, more than likely it's not that. You suspect that it has something to do with keeping up appearances and to keeping in contact with the Earl himself regarding the blackmail that they have on him.
If it matters, Eric, Amira was a tier 3 asset before I had to replace her.
Oh no, I didn't mean like the quality of the asset. I just meant like
yeah.
she is a top level assassin. So
I was just letting you know for your own.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Also, Big Dad has purchased a malevolence.
Oh, perfect. Now I have 3 and you have 2. I won't use that against you at all. So yeah, that's what you're able to determine from looking at that. Is like, oh, they're here to collect or to exert pressure on the Earl for one reason or another. This is related to the blackmail that you were discussing previously.
Do we know where this meeting is taking place?
More than likely within the palace, within the confines of the Earl's chambers or a meeting room of some kind. Possibly the same one that you met with him previously, or a different one. May have different venues for these secret meetings that involve like serious blackmail shit.
So I'm gonna look over to Daphne and I ask, "Do you want to go snooping?"
I don't think that there's anything we can learn from the ornithopters that we wouldn't be able to figure out from higher-handed methods.
No, I meant the meeting.
If you have a way to eavesdrop, I'm all ears. They've probably taken precautions.
Doubt it. That's too much of a risk, anyways.
So what do you do now that you've identified these ornithopters with the heraldry on it?
It's good that they're here. The envoys from the houses are here. We should make it a point
To say hi.
yes, exactly, to say hi to each of them. Especially House Randall, which is going to get some news. I don't know,
Yep.
next 2 days, 3 days.
Correct. Should also get to know House. Is it Andal?
Aldrich?
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Andric.
House
I feel
Aldrich,
like they know more than just the blackmail.
We are the espionage house on X, the premier one. So yeah, if anybody knows anything about anybody's dirt, it would be them.
That's
Well,
why.
the House
Back up.
Cheshire isn't in the habit of giving valuable intelligence for free, and we should expect the same from them.
Of course.
Though we do have quite a lot of valuable intelligence. So,
Well, like I said, it's Plan B in my mind.
Yeah.
perhaps you should meet them first. You and Anessa. Try and figure out if they're afflicted. Hi.
That's a great question. Yeah, I agree.
Anessa wasn't able to attend this particular away mission, so to speak, just because she had her own things to do on the Ark. But you're free to move about as you will. While Elois is waiting, does Nadim want to take Roy for a walk, or want to snoop on his own, or conduct any sort of subterfuge?
Yeah, sure. I'll take Roy for a walk.
Get
So
lost for a little bit on the compound?
Yeah. See what's going on. See what weird devices these Ixians are about.
Excellent. Give me a discipline roll. You're going to need 2 or higher to detect this particular kind of device. This is very much in your wheelhouse.
I've got espionage as a
That's
special
focus. Yeah. So when you click it, and it asks you how many dice, unless you want to spend the last momentum currently and roll 3 dice, you're gonna, when it asks you for a focus, you say yes.
Okay.
And that's
Great.
you excellent. So that actually earns you an extra point of momentum. So now you have 2 in the pool, and which you could use what you want. You notice a lot of surveillance devices, more than is typical for a place like this. The entire grounds are kind of covered in these sensors, listening devices, hidden comm eyes. That you're kind of noticing. Well, Roy's doing his business nearby. You're kind of like just looking around, and you're starting to notice all these different things. Just based on your training, you're like, oh, that they're monitoring every inch of this compound. This is like almost paranoid levels of surveillance.
And are these surveillance devices I'm familiar with? Like, are they just the standard audio visual surveillance devices, or are they
Yes and
scanning
no. Yes and no, because while they, rudimentary speaking, like they are like devices that you're familiar with, but how sophisticated they are is something that you don't know, because this is Ixian technology, and these guys are on the cutting edge of, Butlerian edicts and all that. If you have a couple points of momentum, if you wanted to spend any other or ask any other questions, you can spend that momentum and ask those questions, and I'll have to provide you with an honest answer for them.
Sure. I'll do that. I'll spend the momentum that I generated there.
All right.
And do I think with the raw volume of data this would require,
Hmm.
that they would actually be able to do that with basically people watching screens or listening to devices? Or would this stuff have to be like recorded and like, put on a drive or something that mimics a mind in a sense?
Both are very likely in this particular case. They have a tremendous amount of storage capacity here on X when it comes to surveillance, and especially. And you would need like constant monitoring and like mentats, scrutinizing the screens like until their eyes bleed, essentially, for this level of security. Like I said, it's like verging on maddening amounts of paranoia. Um,
Hmm.
which is something interesting to you because from everything that you've heard about the Earl of X, he doesn't strike you as somebody who's paranoid or anything like that. But then again, he is being blackmailed, so anybody's guess as to who's putting these things here.
Okay. I'll continue walking, Roy.
Sure. You see, there's a tremendous amount of influx of people going in and out of the palace just because of the guild audit that was created just a few days prior. So there's like a big crush of people in the main area that you have to get through in order to get to the foyer that you were told to wait in. As you're coming out, you see Basim is going out to the same garden with Lysander in tow, and that's around the time that you spot um, or you become aware of the sea of people starting to part on the other side of the wing. Like you see an entire entourage coming through, but it's not the Earl; it's somebody else, different uniforms and such. Um, you suspect that these are the people that were meeting with him prior to your arrival.
Is it anyone I recognize?
Do you have You could roll understand. If you have house politics or imperial politics, you
I
probably
do
identify
not.
them fairly easily.
No. I do not have house politics. Let's see here.
Well, 2 successes. Okay, that's enough to get you the basics. Yeah, it looks like the House Randall and House Aldrich representatives are now leaving the meeting with the Earl, and they seem to be making their way out to the ornithopter pad just outside the palace, the personal sort of parking lot, if you will, of the house.
All right, I'll stand far away from any ornithopters.
Okay. Do you communicate that to the rest of your group, or do you keep it to yourself?
Stand away from the ornithopters?
No. I mean, what you're seeing and observing right now.
Oh, about the people that they just met with these people?
Right, the surveillance devices, the entourage, and so on.
No.
Okay, fair enough. You just kind of internalize the information and just go about your business. Eventually, somebody comes to collect you and the rest of your entourage in the foyer. Daphne, Archibald, do you two and Varys at some point continue to go into further the palace? You go further into the palace, or do you go back to the foyer after identifying the ornithopters?
I'm not going anywhere where it would be rude or suspicious to be at. Um, so anything like there's like a library or a place like that, I'll be like, oh, what wonderful books, while keeping my eyes open. But if it's like, no, please stay in the foyer till you're summoned, okay. I'm not gonna be
They're not
sneaky
really
about
that
it.
strict about it. They're not. The House of Vernius doesn't seem to be that strict about it when it comes to your particular entourage. They just want you to stay out of certain areas, basically. But yeah, you're. Other than that, you're free to walk around the premises and stuff like that.
So
Um,
I would
mhm.
probably honestly do the same thing that Nadim is doing. Just
Mm.
taking a walk, opening my ears, specifically like maids and like local rumors, anything that could be useful.
Yep, yeah. I mean, depends on what you hear. Depends on where you're doing your snooping. If you're gonna go do that in like the main hallway, you're gonna be overwhelmed. It depends on where you direct your notice.
So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want it to be rude or anything like that. Um, but you said these people were coming in, right? They got to come into the building somewhere, correct?
Right, the entourage, if that's what you're referring to, or you're talking about the auditors.
This entourage.
Ah, yeah, they're coming from the deeper aspects of the palace. They're coming out into like the main hall where all these people are rushing around, and they're making their way out to the garden where where the ornithopter pads sit, presumably to leave.
Okay, so they are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You're seeing them at a distance, and like I said, there's like a sea of people here, so it's difficult to get details from this far away. But
Gotcha. Actually, could I try to see who these retainers are that just came through by maybe listening to the crowd?
the crowd is like there's so much chaos in this hall. You'd have to, if you wanted to eavesdrop on them, you'd have to do it from outside the confines of the palace. So Nadine would be walking into the palace, and you would be walking out along with Massam and Lysander.
Okay. Never mind then.
All right, where do you go?
Too risky. I think I'll just go back to Merlady Eloise's and be a good boy.
Back to the foyer. All right, that's fine, as you will. Daphne, do you follow suit, or are you still snooping around?
No, I'm not in full spy mode. Not right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll join
Too
your compatriots,
risky.
I'm assuming then.
Yes.
Okay. Lysander, discipline check.
Uh
You need 3 or higher.
Oh Jesus.
oh.
Someone's about to.
Wait, let's see. I might have a skill for this.
Do you have observation under discipline?
You cannot be surprised or ambushed in combat.
Oh, this isn't combat.
Damn it.
Not yet.
Oh
Oh,
no.
not yet.
I have danger sense understand.
Okay. See if you can detect what it is that is going to be observing you here, and then you could determine whether or not you're in danger.
Oh god. Okay. Observe is understand? Yes, no? Maybe?
Observation should be under discipline. If you have that, then it
Oh,
counts as a
discipline, never
focus.
mind. No, I do
no.
not. I do not.
That's okay. You need 3 successes under discipline. If you fail, you can get an advancement point.
Jesus, maybe I should have gone.
You made your bed. Go lay in it.
Yeah.
You opened this can of worms, now go lay in it.
Yep.
Can I pre-spend a determination point?
You
to get
can.
action?
If you pre-spend a determination point, if the drive that you're using pertains to the action that you're performing, then yes, you can spend a determination point, and it takes one of the 2 dice that you normally roll and turns it into a 1 automatically. Did you want to do that? The thing is, you don't know what this is yet, so you can't really say, "Oh, I'm doing this in the."
Curses. Does anyone mind if I
Decisions.
use an advantage point? Not an advantage point.
Momentum?
Go for
Momentum.
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
I don't think anybody would mind. Yeah.
Must protect Mossam.
So you're rolling 2 dice, and you're spending a determination point. Am I under?
No,
or just
rolling
3?
Rolling 3.
Okay, go for it.
Hey!
Oh, fuck yeah!
Wow, interesting. All right, so you're there, and all of a sudden your comms click in and out.
Here are the menu
You're like,
ways.
what the hell? And like you kind of see out of the corner of your eye this long flowing orange dress and you're like, what the hell? And you kind of look, as it sparks a memory in your mind. And when you take a look, you see a woman with a very high collar and everything like that, and a train and like of entourage people. It's Lady Randall, and oh, she recognizes you. Now you may roll understand
She's
with
alive?
your focus.
Amir hasn't had concern that this is where the hit's gonna go down now, but she hasn't had a chance to yet.
Oh, what a warning would be really great right now.
Oh, that's great. You have a complication. Your comms
Great.
definitely don't work, and neither do Masam's. Because you see, as soon as she notices, she stops, and her entourage turns to look with her, and she makes a gesture with her hand, and your comms go out. Back to the rest of you. You're retrieved by the people representing the Earl, and they escort you up to see him. He's in a different venue this time. He's in a very featureless room, brutalistic architecture. Think like, Giddy Prime or something like the Harkonnens, and very sparse, very dimly lit. And there's an Ixian dampener, not just in the center of the room, but like it surrounds the room. Like the entire room is coated in this strange light that keeps out any of the noise and so on. He's sitting at the end of a long table, and he kind of gestures for you to similarly take seats around said table. These are hover chairs, so like they don't have like stems or anything that make contact with the floor. You just kind of sit in them and you float there. And it's like he gets up and regards you, bows respectfully, and Administrator Eloise, you and your entourage have returned after so soon after your recent visitation. To what do I owe this surprise?
Well, I also paid a visit to Lady Randall. It was a very enlightening visit.
Was it now? You see,
Yes.
Lady Daphne, you notice, and so does Nadim, I would imagine, with your sort of hyper vigilance, that the cousin to Bronzo Vernius, Kalen Vorgosan, is coming in with a very nervous look on his face, and he kind of makes eye contact with his cousin across the table, and he kind of makes a gesture with his hand, a subtle gesture that could be read as house signal code. How do you want to proceed?
Okay. So I think Daphne will just cough a little bit or do something to draw attention to herself.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Eloise will turn.
And to Eloise will, in eye language, don't trust the cousin.
He's like, Bronzo, so good to see you. It's been a while, it feels like. Almost like an eternity. I'm glad to be back home, he says. My friends here wanted to propose something to you. He kind of gives him this look. He stands there, All right, well, let's hear it, he says.
Eloise looks directly at Callum, and it's a thin smile and narrowed eyes that she gives him. And then she turns to Earl, and her face brightens again. Well, it seems your cousin here was colonized by thinking machines, and thankfully, our Sook doctor was able to keep him from having his frontal lobe melted.
You see, Bronzo can't hide his shock or confusion, surprise at these news. He's just like, is this a joke? And he looks over to his cousin. He's like, I'm afraid not, Bronzo. This is very serious.
It is. Your cousin was also very seriously in deep with Allfather. The way that Lady Randall was able to construct some of the very interesting things I found on Petra 3 was thanks to his help. Presumably, I think, through the black market that is run by Allfather, though I don't care.
I profess I don't know who this Allfather is, but
That would be the name of the thinking machine that wishes to enslave us all.
gods.
He also goes by Agamemnon. I had the pleasure of speaking with him via one of your new Hayliners, actually.
He kind of, understandably perhaps, looks around the room at the faces of everybody here, just as a kind of like, is this for real? Like, is she out of her mind, or is this for real? And like, reading the, the faces on everybody, including his own cousin, he's just like, I see. How,
Lady Randall and I have reached we'll call it an understanding.
okay,
I wasn't
he's
able
like,
to
that he can understand. He's like, okay, while we're on that subject, were you able to get her to renounce her hold?
On you? No. She will no longer. She has learned as I showed her. I showed her my memories of the Emperor being colonized, much like your cousin was. So she will no longer be working for the Emperor. But I was not
So what is
able
this
to.
proposal that you?
That you step down and your cousin takes over the house.
And then that's when he looks at his cousin. His cousin gives him this looks like, I know, I tried, no, I'm sorry, like, and he's like, then Lady Randall played you for a fool, he says.
If her leverage over you prevents you from siding with me and deposing the Emperor, what other choice do I have, Earl? Enlighten me.
No, you don't understand. He's not my cousin. Stop right there. Back in the courtyard, Lysander, you see Lady Randall and her entourage start to come up, and you see Massam looks up to you and notices that they're emerging, and looks up to you and, like, in eye language code, asks, should I be worried? He doesn't know who these people are, but you certainly do.
I respond, yes.
He starts putting himself on guard, like he goes to reach for his shield, and that's when you hear the voice, her voice. Ready?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna spend some threat.
Oh, no.
Dice.
No, you don't have to do that. That's fine.
Yeah, I do.
It's fine. Oh, no.
Oh man, that's a terrible roll. Good thing I have that malevolence. Thanks, Ben. I'm gonna go ahead and spend that right now.
Shit.
Holy shit, that's a dog shit roll.
That is a very bad roll.
That's much better. 2, 4. Ooh, well, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 successes that you need to make for your discipline roll, Lysander. As she says, steel yourselves, using the voice. Don't move.
I don't trust her at all. Shit. So, discipline, you said?
Discipline, yeah.
Shit. Can I use a momentum, my friends? Do we have one left, I think?
You do not. But you can pay me threat if you like. You also have
Well,
2
then you go and
benevolences.
do
So.
stuff like this.
Yeah. But you have 2 benevolences, and you still have your determination point if you wish to use it.
Would anyone mind if I use the benevolence?
Use it.
Well,
Yeah, go
you
for
use
it.
it. You use it if you mess up your roll to re-roll.
Oh, if I
just
mess
as I
up-
just
oh,
did. Right.
Use a determination point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and get, like, he just spent threat, so, you'll just be putting him back to, like, where he started the game. So, it's not that bad. It's not like we have R.I.P. Pardo. We don't have Pardo dumping 20 threat.
Now,
here.
if you do spend a determination point for this test, that means you're going to be rolling 1 die for your to try to get 5, which I don't think is mathematically possible. So, but if you want to give me threat, I'll give you extra dice to the tune of 1 for 1 or 2 for 3.
All right, 2 for 3.
2 for 3 it is. I'm back to 14. You get to roll 2 dice, and one of the third die is an automatic 2 successes. So you just need 3 successes on a discipline roll. You did it before. You can do it again. I believe in you.
You only need 2, man. You only need 2. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Give yourself an advancement point to take a little bit of the sting out of the failing that crucial roll.
Wait, ever
use a
shouldn't ever
Benny.
roll. I say ever shouldn't ever roll have rolled 3.
No, because the determination point takes one of the die, and sets it
I-
aside, turns it to a 1.
I thought they were buying 2 dice to add to their 2, so 4 minus. So.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
You have one more die to roll. If you get really lucky, you might be able to get this.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying.
I
Remember, you
appreciate
got a Benny.
because I can't math for shit. I'm not the math queer.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
No.
No, you
You
just went
use a
one
benevolence.
over.
Use a benevolence.
Use a benevolence.
If you want
Okay,
to use
I'll
a
do that.
benevolence, you may.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you're down to 1 benevolence. Go ahead and reroll.
Oh, my God.
Son of a bitch.
Same exact thing. Wowzers. Okay.
That's.
Well,
I feel
meant
like
to be.
Eric.
Yeah,
definitely
you
messed with the
say
algorithm.
she
No.
just kind of points at you and says, "Don't move, either of you." And you see, like, you're frozen in place. I'm gonna make a secret roll for Mossum to determine whether or not he succeeds.
You can do it, Mossum. You can do
You can
it.
do it.
Mossum can
All
use
right.
benevolence too.
No, he can't. Shut up.
I
let's
tried.
see. This is ooh, yeah, no. Okay. Focus. Body control, yeah. Okay. This will roll publicly. That is a failure. Okay. All right. You see, Mossum kind of sees up as well, as this powerful voice overtakes the both of you, and she kind of gently puts her hand on his shoulder and says, "Oh, I recognize who this is," she says. "Well, given what we've just learned, I think we might be suitable guides for the young master here while we're on Ix. Why don't you come with us, young lad?" And she kind of starts carting him away. "You stay put," she says, pointing to you. The rest of her retinue just kind of eyes you. And you're powerless. You're sweating, and you like every fiber of your being is telling you that you need to act. This isn't right, and there's still a part of you that is just like in a daze right now, and you're just like you can't process what's happening.
Come on,
With that,
nanobots, wake up.
And with that, they start getting in their ornithopter back to the rest of
Okay.
you in the meeting room.
Shit.
Will
Shit.
check. Come on.
You see, she's like, Bronze is like, "Well then, Lady Randall has played you for a fool. He is not my cousin. We're not related." You tell him that you want him to take over the house, and it's like, that's not possible. He's like, the depths of this blackmail is beyond you. And if I were to disclose this, then I would give my enemies more ammunition, not less.
Except we're not your enemies.
Oh, no, you're just here for a hostile takeover. What do you think me for, a fool?
I'm trying to save humanity. That includes you, Earl.
You can't. I don't think anybody can. He says.
Has
And he kind of-
Allfather talked to you yet?
He says, "I don't know who you're referring to."
The
And
little
you see,
voice in the back of your head.
You see, Calum is like, what they're talking about is real. This machine thing is real, and it took control of my mind. I couldn't even tell you what I did, but they can. Apparently, they could just take control of you. I don't know how. I've never seen anything like this. When he's like, "So thinking machines have returned." That's okay. That's cause for alarm, certainly, but that doesn't change my current situation.
What can change your current situation? Besides, I cannot leverage Lady Randall, and
I
nor
gave
can-
you all the leverage you needed to take her out, and you blew it. And what did she do? She came here.
Eloise is going to McFucking lose it and draw her knife and of like just like right towards the arrow, like
Oh, okay. This will be fun. So you get up and you draw your knife, and he's just like, shield.
Daphne's going to yell stop. She doesn't have the voice yet, but she will try and just, at the very least, use the Bene Gesserit teacher voice to get them both to back down.
This is unbecoming of you, Administrator.
I've had a rough few days.
Oh, cry me a river. My
Oh,
whole
have
life
you
has
had-
been. He
have
kind
you
of
had-
gestures. He kind of gestures to his body, which is more machine than anything else. He's like, "How do you think I got this? Snorting spice?"
Is that what you think? That's all you think I've gone through?
He kind of looks you up and down, and it's like, "Is there something I don't know that you want to tell me about?"
Lady Randall used her lovely little machine that your cousin helped facilitate building to rake through my memories. She had a navigator too. Did you know that?
No.
That's how they were building their little piloting devices, which were going to be used by the thinking machines. Not that she knew it, because
You know all of this, and yet she walked in here just moments ago.
interesting.
I thought the guilds stopped being neutral.
We
Those
aren't.
were your words, were they not?
Correct.
Oh. Then what prevented you from neutralizing someone like Lady Randall?
I just told you she's raked my brain from my memories, did I not? Do
True.
you think you're
Certainly
the
you
only...
haven't lost all your memories, because you certainly remember being here before and making
That
this
is
deal
not-
with me.
Do you have any idea how many secrets this brain of mine holds, Earl?
I don't care. I only care about my secrets. That should be clear to you by now.
My point is, I have the understanding I have is that she has straight up heresy on her planet, and also forbidden Bene Gesserit techniques. And we're going to keep that quiet as long as she keeps what was in my head quiet. That's the understanding we have.
You're making friends with the wrong people.
I'll take any allies I can if it means stopping the thinking machines.
Well,
Very well. Then you can
If-
consider me among them. Now get rid of her and her ilk so that I can get back to being in charge of Ix.
if we
Can you assure me that this room is, can anyone eavesdrop? Including
No,
her?
this place is secure.
Good.
if we
Death is
can-
on the way for her.
If we can rewind a little bit.
He turns off his shield, provided you put away your knife.
Eloise stabs it into like the table and lets it go and steps away from it.
Yeah, okay. Zzz.
Earl Bronson, I apologize for my aunt's hot-temperedness. She's been through
Accepted.
a lot recently.
He sits back down, takes a
We
deep
would
breath, composes himself.
much rather be friends with you than with Lady Randall.
Well done.
I'm not
Very
going
well.
to pry into your secrets. I have no wish to do so. Instead, I will ask, what will empower you to overcome whatever sword is hanging over your head?
There are too many players involved for that. But Lady Randall played a pivotal role in doing so. By removing her from the board, this could have eased things for me to be in a position to exert power here on Ix and in the Landsrad. House Vernius has good standing within the council. However, the people who really run the show is John Tor and the Technocratic Council. The other minor houses have conspired with them to blackmail me. I'm little more than a figurehead here on Ix. This is why your plan failed before it ever began, regards
Well-
to putting my so-called cousin here in charge of the house.
You just need her dead.
I mean,
Death is already on the way for her.
good. Then
Point.
you've done one good thing so far.
So
It
that
wasn't.
was
It's
your
not.
deal,
It's
right?
not. I should be clear. It's not my hand. It's a rogue agent.
I don't think he cares.
Doesn't matter. As long as she meets a quick end at that. That
I
would ease
doubt it
my
will be
problems.
quick. I doubt it will be quick, but it will be final.
Now, the other players involved are still in control. House Aldrich, House Randall, the council. Um, go ahead.
Have you thought about with House Aldrich what he wants? He is up for marriage. I feel like we can leverage that. I know you don't have any heirs yourself, but there's got to be someone that you could suggest.
He almost says something for a second, then he stops himself, and he's like, unfortunately, I don't play those games. So I don't know any particular people that would be a good match. That's what you're asking me advice for.
Well,
He's
I'm
like,
just-
obviously, I have no heirs of my own, and I'm not capable of having any.
that makes sense.
What
Something
then?
my enemies made sure of.
What then is your plan for your house's future?
An excellent question. One that I have pondered daily since this was done to me. Unfortunately, I'm in a precarious situation. And it's one that I cannot easily get out of. Even if I were to renounce my earldom today, I would be I'd sooner be dead. I'm trapped in this position that I've been placed in.
We have a Sook doctor who may be able to help.
How so?
He's a Sook doctor. It depends on your problems.
It's not a cancer that I have that needs excising as much as I need these individuals that are holding this over me to be excised. It's a political problem. He leaves it at that. He's being very careful with his words because whatever the hell it is that they're holding over him is super big.
Yeah, Daphne's just sort of trying to bait him to, like, just reveal, like, one or two more details.
I need you to give me, if you're looking at this guy, just probably the closest you've been in terms of proximity to the Earl that you've been in some time. Go ahead and give me a discipline observation roll. This one's gonna be high though. I'm gonna spend some threat to up the ante here. Let's see, we're gonna go, I don't know, four difficulty.
Oh, alright. How many momentum do we have?
0.
Oh, fuck.
But Eric's only at 10 threats, so you can just.
Alright, I will give you one threat for 3
Okay.
dice.
All
so
right.
I am going to answer this question. Who gets House Randall?
Holy shit!
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's very
Ooh,
nice.
baby.
You get the momentum back. Well done.
I don't think the Game Master thought that was going to happen.
I was not expecting that to happen, no. Then again, I like surprises, so. All right. You're scrutinizing him, and you were taught by the Bene Gesserit and later Kyra, like how the Protectiva program, where the selective reading program works and stuff like that. So you're able to identify genetic traits and stuff like that. When you look at this guy, when you look at Bronzo, he bears a resemblance to you. One moment.
Not another one. Jesus Christ.
No, not to you.
We'd like to fuck, apparently.
Not to your house.
Is he... Is he from Kyra's house?
So
Hold on a second.
spend that momentum and get that answer.
You could spend the momentum and take a guess.
Yes, I would very much like to know what's going on with him.
The resemblance is that of like he resembles an older Mossam.
Oh, fuck.
Really? Again, another
fucking
one?
Carino.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm just gonna look at him really, really intently,
Mm-hmm.
and then say, "You were educated by the Bene Gesserit, weren't you?"
Oh, fuck, I know. Sorry.
Educated, I think is a strong word. I don't
Trained,
think I was. No.
manipulated, used as part of their agenda.
Lady Randall belongs to that world, and she was the one who helped trap me here.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who takes over Lady Randall's house when she's dead, or if she passes?
Unless she's taking any heirs. Are you asking him or me as the game master?
Both.
The Earl is like, she doesn't have any heirs that I'm aware of, but then again, she's a Bene Gesserit, so who knows?
Yes, but it's got to go to somebody.
The big question. Most people don't know the answer, but then again, Lady Randall has been playing this game for a very long time.
Well, to be honest with you, what I think we could manipulate that. Have we figured
Manipulate
about
House Randall how?
maybe
I
The masters
have-
of manipulation. You've been manipulated by them. You haven't even realized it.
I have a question for you, Earl Bronzo.
Proceed, yes.
It's a little awkward. What's your parentage?
He kind of looks around nervously. Again,
Well, you know what? I'm not going to ask that. What I will ask is your parentage, what they're holding over you.
he goes. He wants to be liberated of this, right? But it's like an albatross across around his neck. It's suffocating him, and it's visibly so on his face. And he's just like, if I can't tell you these things, I can't speak about this openly.
Maybe I've already figured it out.
He quietly just looks at you like if you're gonna he's calling your bluff. He's like, oh, you figured me out then, haven't you?
Not all of it.
Why don't you enlighten the rest of your entourage?
You know, I heard a rumor that a young man appeared in the court of the Padishah Emperor for a little bit, and rumors flew that he was the Emperor's secret son, which, of course, if they were true, would throw imperial politics into no small amount of disarray. A disarray that would displease the Bene Gesserit.
I've heard the rumors.
Call it a similarity about the eyebrows.
He sits back and he just kind of like taps the table and looks at you. I would like the room, please. Everyone leave but you.
Oh, he's not leaving either, pointing to Varys.
Varys waves.
Everyone
The
else.
Earl is not pleased. He's like, everyone. And you see Caleb is like, me too? Yes, you too, he says.
Eloise yanks her knife on the table and sheathes it.
Counter proposal. Everyone who knows Prana Bindu gets to stay.
Varys is like, oh, I'm so torn. Sorry, but if you get this, we're a package. You get me, you get her, and if you get her, you get me too. And he just kind of glares at him as the rest of you cycle out of the room for a moment.
Eloise is gonna in eye language to her brother be like, "We're talking about this later." Like,
No doubt, he says in reply.
and then the fucking head administrator of the guild will be dismissed. Apparently.
So once I leave, I'm actually gonna try to. Yeah, I think Archibald would definitely try to calm the other two that were in the courtyard.
Well, I mean, You never saw them up close. Remember, you went straight to the foyer while they proceeded to go out. So you didn't see anything, and you haven't heard anything since then of any that could cause you any sort of alarm.
Well,
And
no, what I'm
remember, this
saying,
room is protected. There's no communications in or out.
yeah, but wouldn't I have some sort of comm, and wouldn't I know if it's not working or not?
Well, your comm works fine, but within the confines of this room, where no incoming or outgoing transmissions are allowed, you wouldn't be aware of anything happening of the sort.
Okay.
Right? Once you step outside, that might be a different story.
Well,
However,
that's where I'm going. I'm like stepping outside.
right.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, so you're stepping outside, and you'll be aware of something developing here in just a moment. But for Daphne and Varys kind of just leans on the corner. He refuses to take a chair and keeps his hands near his knives at all times. And you see the Earl is like, so the Bene Gesserit wants to know what my deep dark secret is, and she pretends to know precisely that based on my eyebrows. Just spit it out. What do you think? What is it that you think you know, witch? And you see Varys is like, don't use that language. Don't you dare. I don't care what your title is.
I think you're Carino. I think you're a secret Carino. I think that's what Lady Randall learned, because she is Bene Gesserit herself.
And do you report to Lady Randall? Is that who your true masters are?
Oh,
or do you report to the Bene Gesserit?
Absolutely not. I report to neither.
That's why he's sterile too. Oh. Sorry.
I am pursuing separate interests on Arrakis, which have alienated me from the rest of the sisterhood. But I believe our interests converge.
So you and Lady Randall have more in common than I previously thought. Rogue Bene Gesserits, ruining my life all over again.
Oh, well, we're not rogue in the same direction. She's just extremely selfish.
And you're not, I suppose.
I try not to be. Protective.
You'll forgive me
selfish.
if I cast doubt on such claims, given your current demeanor.
I understand the sisterhood has a certain reputation. I cannot unlearn what they taught me.
So you're trying to elicit some kind of a response, or you're trying to elicit him, like, to say, okay, you got me, kind of like, okay, or admit in some subtle way, or perhaps an obvious way, that you actually hit the nail on the head or whatever. But he seems fairly confident that he knows a little bit more than you do.
If House Carino falls, it doesn't matter who might have Carino heritage.
According to you, it does. Or are the rumors false?
Which rumors?
The ones you spoke of, the boy in the court. I heard the same rumors as you did.
Maybe he doesn't want it. Maybe he doesn't want to be Carino.
So you know more than you're letting on. You have a personal stake in the House Carino, do you? You're starting to get the sense that you're onto something, and he knows you're onto something, and he's trying to suss out who it is exactly that you work for, and what your actual agenda is, because he's not so quick to trust anybody for understandable reasons. You claim to be an ally. You're playing games with words.
I am. I admit I am. But these are delicate times, and I don't want to offend you.
He gestures to the room around him. It's just us in here. No one else can listen in.
All right. Well,
I'll trade you a secret if you trade me one of yours.
all right.
I'll know you if you're lying, he says, confidently.
So you are Bene Gesserit trained.
He won't admit to that. But it could just be a really good bluff.
If you're Bene Gesserit trained, then you were probably part of their breeding program to try and get a Kwisatz Haderach, am I correct?
I don't profess to know anything about the Bene Gesserit's plans. I only know of how they've ruined my life with theirs.
They'll probably leave you alone. There's multiple Kwisatz Haderachs in the universe now. Or in the Imperium.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that you do.
It's a breeding program. The Bene Gesserit have for a very long time been trying to breed men with certain qualities. I think you're part of that. And I think at some point they gave up on you.
I'm not a product of a breeding program, he says. Product of an old dead man's unbridled desires.
Are you Shaddam's half-brother?
No.
Cousin?
No.
Uncle?
He's not that old. You see, judging by the look on his face and like his appearance and stuff like that, he has more age range with you all than anybody else. He's not of age like Massam is Shaddam's son. He's like, no, I was. It's like you managed to get some semblance of trust. He's like, and he's on the verge of telling you, but he's like, I need something from you first. Something that you could, that I can. If you want me to step out of the shadows, then you will have to do the same as well. At least in the confines of this conversation, in this room, in my home. Are these terms amenable to you?
What is it you want to know?
Well, I don't know what it is that you're hiding, being a rogue Bene Gesserit, but I'm sure that you have something that you want to keep from their knowledge.
Well, the title that I go by nowadays is Sayadina amongst the Fremen. Before that, they called me Lady Daphne Cheshire.
You kind of like, I've heard the name, yes. I see. I'm not directly related to Shaddam. I'm a product of Elrud the Ninth. And he's like, he goes into that to some extent. He's like, he's like, my father was the bastard son of the Padishah Emperor Elrud Carino the Ninth. He's like, Tyros Refa was, well, his life was short. And, House Vernius was kind enough to take me in and raise me as their own. In name only. That is why I cannot step out from the shadow that I have been placed in. I cannot be someone else. Because the moment Shaddam would learn that there's somebody else with his name attached to someone of my stature, he would have me killed.
Well, and I suppose your inability to sire heirs wouldn't factor into this.
What do you mean?
You can't produce more Carino.
No, I cannot. But obviously this knowledge would be detrimental if it were to get out. Minor houses are counting on it. It's how they keep me where they have me. And it's how the Technocratic Union continues to exert the real power here on X. It's why I sent you on your little treasure hunt to Petra 3. I would hope that you would find enough incriminating evidence there to get rid of one of my problems.
Oh, we did. And apparently, Eloise's pet sociopath is taking her own sweet time.
Indeed. Around this time, there's some sort of commotion going on outside, but you can't hear it. The Earl is like, well, now that this is out in the open, I have something on you, and you have something on me. Perhaps we can work together. But I need to have assurances, since I'm sure you want something similar from myself.
Well, what assurances would you like?
Well, and then he goes to talk, and even though this room is soundproof, you hear the building shakes, and you're like, even he feels it. He's like, "What the hell was that?" And he goes to get up to go get to the door. You all had stepped outside, waiting for this private meeting to take place inside the Earl's room, and you hear like there's some chatter on the comm line, like, "Oh, we got a situation outside, a situation," and like, Lysander, when you gain consciousness, you look around and you see like you're on the ground and you're looking, and Mossum is nowhere nearby, but the ornithopters are in the air. They're taking off into the distance. What do? You try to like reach back into your comm and stuff like that, and reach out to your team, or do you try to physically run into the palace and report what happened?
I'm gonna try the comms really quick.
You both hear each other over the chatter of the comm. Like there's some sort of like there's security personnel outside. As you try to raise your comm, you see like the House Vernius security come out. It's like, and they have weapons drawn. It's like, what's going on over here? What's happening? Because they notice that you were like knocked out on the floor, and it's like, the boy, where's the boy? The rest of you hear this on the comm chatter. You point out the thopter, and then it explodes.
What?
And that's where we'll stop.
Called it.
Yep. That was Amira.
I was like, I'm not getting anywhere near that thing.
Called it. Oh shit, I missed it. That's all the time that we have for this week, everybody. But we'll continue our adventures into the Imperium next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just go around the virtual table one last time to introduce our wonderful cast, beginning with Aaron.
Oh wow! That's. I really hope that wasn't a mirror. Hi,
Boy.
I am Arian. Pronoun she, Fae. I'm practically pretty much everywhere. I think currently you can only find me here Thursdays playing Dune as Administrator Eloise. Oh boy. Well, that's it for me.
Leo.
Hello, my name is Leo, and you can find me here playing this game and other stuff. But anyways, yeah, I think Daphne's gonna hate Amir even more now, because there's a chance that she may have killed Mossum.
Okay.
That's not good.
There was a whole string of choices that people would have made to lead up to that. Also, he might survive.
I hope so.
Yeah, as I say, Lady Randall did kidnap him, so that is on her.
And he has the voice himself, so this might be him stealing the story beat when Paul was kidnapped in the movie.
I fucking hope so, just on a different ass planet.
Khaldun.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Khaldun Khalil. I play Nadim Harkonnen, the Twisted Mentat. I just felt it in my bones that ornithopter was going to explode. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at @KKhalil. You can find me on Patreon as True Moon. You can find me on Twitch at Moon RPGs. And of course here, playing Dune, and I also play a D&D actual play on Wednesday nights. But yeah, or you can buy my books at the Storytellers Vault. And yeah, that's me.
Ever.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Did I just
Sorry I
watch
put you
someone
through that. Not
die?
so sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh, wow. Okay, so that happened. I have enjoyed playing Lysander, the really bad babysitter, for you, and I look forward to playing him again. Hopefully, being a better babysitter next time. Crossing my fingers. You can
Yeah.
find me on the internet as Am Changeling and on the server as Am Heartling because it heart season. Go out, pull some hearts out of chests, eat them. It's the season.
This is easy.
Yay,
And last,
4.
and last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello, I am Rachel. I am Stolen Fires. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for playing. Thank you Eric for running. Our audience, bloodthirsty and lovely as always. The next time you can find us will be Monday, where we'll be doing Lost Mines of Phandelver. And then Heart, the City Beneath on Tuesdays, and then Prowlers and Paragons on Mondays. It should be good times, and then once this game wraps, finally we should have Blade Runner's Replicant Rebellion and run that, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I will post again the links for the USCPR and PCRF. The world is fucked. Fuck ice. Buy whistles for yourself and your friends.
Hell yeah. I'm Eric, aka Recluse online. You can find me lurking around the Stolen Fires Discord. Thank you all for playing, and a big thanks to our viewers and fans for tuning in. As always, bless the Maker and his water, bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world, and may he keep the world for his people. Good night, everyone.
Good night.